You know that moment when you realize most people live in an entirely different reality than you do? Well, buckle up, because what you're about to hear is a curated collection of complaints so detached from how the world actually works, so confidently incorrect, that they'll make you feel genuinely grateful for the bare minimum understanding of cause and effect. These are genuine grievances that real cashiers have endured, complaints that range from mildly confused to genuinely unhinged, and by the end, you'll understand why customer service workers deserve hazard pay. Let's begin. Number 1. A woman returns a jacket she bought 3 months ago, wore multiple times, and now wants to exchange because she's tired of the color. The cashier explains that the store's return window is 30 days. She insists this is unfair because she didn't know that rule existed when she bought it. Yes, you purchased it without reading any of the giant signage posted at every register. But sure, the store's policies from the moment you entered are somehow news to you now. Number 2. A customer complains that the self-checkout machine is too difficult because it keeps asking him to remove items from the bagging area. He's putting items in, removing them, and putting them back in an endless loop while the machine screams at him. The machine is functioning perfectly, he is not. But somehow, he'd like a refund because the experience was stressful. Number 3. A man demands that a grocery store honor a coupon from 2009. The cashier, displaying admirable restraint, explains that coupons have expiration dates printed directly on them in font size visible from Mars. He responds, "I didn't look at it, so I shouldn't have to." So his lack of visual information gathering is the store's problem now. Number 4. A customer buys a clearly labeled used item from a discount bin and complains that it's used. She wants a full refund because the condition wasn't what she expected, despite the fact that she spent 5 minutes examining it before purchase. The label said, the bin said discount. The price said used. But sure, the surprise here was somehow on her. Number 5. Someone complains that their tomato was too red and demands a replacement because it makes their salad look unnatural. A red tomato in a salad, unnatural. The cashier genuinely wonders if this person has ever been outside. Number 6. A customer returns shoes after wearing them for 2 weeks, visibly worn, slightly scuffed, but claims they're uncomfortable and wants a full refund. The store has a strict no return on worn shoes policy. He argues that shoes should be tested for comfort in your home, and if they don't work, they should be free returns. So essentially, he wants free rental footwear. Number 7. Someone buys a clearly marked final sale item and then tries to return it the next day. When told, final sale means exactly what those words mean when read together, he insists that no legitimate business has final sales. He has now invented his own customer service standards and expects the world to follow them. Number 8. A woman complains that the store doesn't sell off-brand name brand items. She means she wants famous brands but at generic prices. When the cashier gently explains that's not how commerce works, she sighs heavily, as if disappointed in capitalism's refusal to accommodate her specific delusion. Number 9. A customer demands a discount because he found a competitor's store 2 hours away has the same item for less. He's asking the store to compete with a location he'd have to drive to, spend gas money to reach, and spend time traveling to. But sure, let's match a price that costs more in total resources to achieve than just paying full price here. Number 10. Someone returns a sandwich from yesterday, eaten halfway through, claiming it wasn't fresh enough. The cashier looks at the half-eaten sandwich. The customer looks at the half-eaten sandwich. They both stare at the half-eaten sandwich. He seems to think freshness ratings improve retroactively. Number 11. A man argues that he shouldn't have to pay sales tax because he doesn't agree with taxes in general. He suggests the cashier just let it slide. When she explains that she personally would be fired and possibly prosecuted, he says she's part of the problem with government overreach. So now the cashier is a political enemy because she won't commit tax fraud for his philosophical stance. Number 12. A customer insists that expired milk is fine because she smells it and it smells okay to her. The store has a policy of not selling expired products. She demands to speak to a manager, convinced that her olfactory system is more reliable than the printed expiration date. Newsflash, it's not. Number 13. Someone buys a winter coat in July, never tries it on, and returns it in November because it's not warm enough. Winter coats aren't warm. That's the complaint. A winter coat specifically designed to retain heat is insufficient. What did he expect? That it would emit its own BTUs? Number 14. A woman returns a hairdryer because it makes her hair too dry. A hairdryer's entire purpose is to remove moisture from hair by applying heat. Its success in this fundamental mission is apparently a flaw. Number 15. A customer buys a plant, doesn't water it for 3 weeks, and returns it because it died too easily. Plants require water. This apparently came as a shock to him. Number 16. Someone complains that the store's bathroom is too far away. It's located exactly where bathrooms in retail stores are typically located, near the back. He demanded the store install a closer one. Just to be clear, he's asking for a major plumbing and construction project because he didn't want to walk the distance. The entitlement level is approaching critical mass. Number 17. A man returns a shirt because the tag was uncomfortable. Not the shirt itself, the care instruction tag. The cashier suggests he remove it. A solution so simple it makes you wonder if he's ever owned clothing before. Number 18. A customer demands a discount because the item isn't on sale, as if the existence of non-sale items is a personal offense. The store explains that sale prices are discounts off regular prices. She argues that everything should be on sale right now because she decided to shop on that particular day. So her arbitrary timing determines pricing for all humanity. Number 19. Someone buys a one-size-fits-all item. It doesn't fit perfectly, and she wants a refund because the marketing was misleading. One size fits all. It fit, but not as snugly as she wanted. So the phrase one size fits all apparently means one size fits you perfectly with no alterations needed. Number 20. A customer returns cereal because he bought the wrong type but doesn't want to eat it. He's asking the store to accept opened food because his mistake should somehow be their financial loss. The cashier points out that she can't resell opened cereal. He suggests she donate it, so his error equals a charitable obligation for a corporation. Number 21. A woman demands a refund because the store's checkout line was too long. The line was a normal length for a Saturday afternoon. She didn't want to wait. She expected instant checkout despite the presence of other human beings also purchasing items. So capitalism's most basic feature, that other customers exist, is apparently defective. Number 22. Someone complains that a product's before and after photos in the advertisement aren't accurate. They're not accurate in the way that advertised results are aspirational targets rather than guaranteed outcomes. He seems to believe that the before photo happened to every consumer and the after photo is mandatory. Number 23. A man returns a book because the plot twist ruined the story. That's what a plot twist is. That's the entire purpose. It ruined the predictability, which I suppose is what he's mad about, that he couldn't see the ending coming. Number 24. A customer wants a refund on a phone case because her phone doesn't fit in it right. The case is for her specific phone model. She bought the wrong model. So the case for iPhone 12 for her iPhone 14 doesn't fit, and she's treated this as a product failure rather than a selection error. Number 25. Someone complains that the ice cream is too cold. Ice cream. That frozen dessert? Too cold. The cashier has now heard it all, but no, it gets worse. She demanded he special order ice cream that's slightly less frozen. You can't just make room temperature ice cream. That's called yogurt, and it's a different product. Number 26. A woman returns shoes because she wore them once and they didn't give her superpowers. I'm not exaggerating. She genuinely expected a noticeable physical enhancement from the brand. The shoes were marketed as performance shoes, and she interpreted that as literal superhuman ability. When she discovered she could still only jump one normal height, she felt defrauded. Number 27. A man demands a refund on a gym membership after 1 week because he still feels out of shape. A gym membership gives you access to equipment and facilities. It doesn't automatically make you fit. You have to use it and, more importantly, actually work. He thought money could substitute for effort. Number 28. A customer complains that a toy isn't fun. Toys are subjective. Fun is subjective. But somehow the store is responsible for entertaining him personally. Not just providing entertainment options, actually ensuring he's entertained. When told he can't return it because fun is subjective, he argues that every other store in the world would take this back. No, they wouldn't, because that would require stores to be entertainment guarantee agencies. Number 29. A woman wants to return a blender because it's too loud. Blenders create sound by spinning sharp blades at high speed. This is not a defect, this is physics. But sure, she'd like a silent device that pulverizes fruit. A sound-canceling blender. In the laws of thermodynamics and mechanical function, she's invented the impossible. Number 30. A man returns a toaster because bread keeps coming out brown. That's what toasting does. It browns bread. That's literally the name of the device and the function. He seems to have bought a toaster expecting it not to toast, which raises the question, what did he think he was buying? Number 30. Fun. A customer complains that the store doesn't have a happiness guarantee. Not money-back guarantee, not quality guarantee, a happiness guarantee. He wants the store to refund any purchase if he's not happy with it, indefinitely, with no time limit. This would allow him to buy things, use them, return them months later because he's no longer happy, and repeat forever. Essentially, he's asking for free products disguised as rentals. Number 32, a woman demands that the store compensate her for a bad shopping experience because she emotionally invested in finding a specific item they didn't have. The store didn't stock it. So the pain of disappointment is now a billable service the retailer owes her. Would you expect a restaurant to pay you for the emotional distress of learning they're out of your favorite entry? Number 33, a man insists that a store should price match with online retailers despite living in a country where that retailer doesn't operate. He wants the in-store price to match an online price from a store that can't legally sell to him. So the store should match a price that's impossible for him to access. That makes sense in what universe? Number 34, a customer returns a printer because the ink is too expensive. Yes, he wants a full refund on the printer because consumable supplies cost money. Apparently, he thought ink would be included free forever. He wanted the store to subsidize his printing costs indefinitely. Number 35, a woman complains that a clothing rack doesn't make clothes look good on it. She's criticizing the presentation of the merchandise itself, not the clothes the way they're displayed. The rack's job is to hang clothes so you can see them. It's doing that. But she found the selection overwhelming and decided this was the rack's fault for not also being visually inspiring while organizing dozens of items. Number 36, a man demands a refund on a book because someone else probably already read it before I got it. He has no evidence of this. The book is in perfect condition. He's purchased into a conspiracy theory that every item in a store might have been read by mysterious unseen people before him. So he wants compensation for theoretical past readers. Number 37, a customer wants to return shoes because they give her the wrong aesthetic in her neighborhood. The shoes are fine. Her feet are fine. She wore them, realized her neighbors might judge her for it, and decided the store should take that risk back. So the shoes are defective because third parties might have opinions. Number 38, a woman complains that a store brand cereal tastes like the store brand instead of the name brand. Yes, she's angry that a product costs less because it's not made by the billion-dollar corporation. The audacity of a store to offer a budget option is apparently shocking to her. Number 39, a man returns a watch because it doesn't make him look rich. A watch's job is to tell time. It does that, but it failed to perform additional services like changing his socioeconomic status or influencing how people perceive his net worth. Apparently, watches now have a hidden function. Number 40, a customer demands a refund because the product's packaging takes up too much space in my trash. So the store is responsible for her home's waste management. She's asking for compensation because she finds the environmental footprint of packaging frustrating. This would mean every store is liable for your garbage disposal choices. Number 41, a woman insists that a store should have a psychic checkout, where cashiers read her mind about what she wants before she tells them. She's impatient about stating her needs, so apparently, cashiers should now have supernatural abilities. When told this isn't possible, she replies, well, you're supposed to be customer service. Yes, and mind reading isn't a recognized service in any industry ever. Number 42, a man complains that a store's vibes are off and wants a discount for the unpleasant emotional experience of shopping there. The store has normal lighting, normal temperature, normal volume. But his personal emotional state while shopping is now a business liability they should compensate him for. Number 43, a customer returns a lampshade because it doesn't light up the room evenly, which he somehow expected from a fabric shade that sits on top of a bulb. Light diffusion through fabric is uneven by nature. He wanted even lighting, which a regular lampshade can't provide, so he demanded a refund from the retailer for the laws of physics being inconvenient. Number 44, a woman wants to return a rug because her cat doesn't like the texture. Her cat's preferences are now the store's financial responsibility. She bought the rug. Her cat reacted poorly. So the store owes her money because her pet's sensory experience wasn't positive. Number 45, a man insists that a store should give him a discount because he's promoting them by shopping there. He's the customer. He's the one supposed to benefit from the transaction. But somehow, his mere presence is promotional value they should pay him for. Number 46, a customer demands that a small coffee be the same size as a large coffee but charged as a small because the difference isn't that noticeable. She's asking for a hidden bigger cup at a smaller price. So the store should give her more for less because she doesn't perceive the difference clearly. Number 47, a woman complains that she didn't consent to the store's cashier chatting policy and wants a refund because a cashier greeted her and asked how her day was going. Apparently, basic human customer service interaction requires informed consent beforehand, and violating it is now a financial injury. Number 48, a man returns a calendar because it isn't accurate to his personal life. A calendar shows dates and days. His life isn't the calendar's concern. but he expected it to somehow account for his schedule, appointments, and personal timing preferences. When told that calendars are universal, he argued that this was discriminatory to people with non-standard lives. Number 49. A customer wants a refund on sunglasses because they make things too dark. That's what sunglasses do, they reduce light. That's their entire function. He wanted sunglasses that didn't reduce light, which is literally asking for regular glasses to be called sunglasses and perform the opposite purpose. Number 50. A woman complains that a store's energy is negative and causes her spiritual harm, demanding compensation. A store has no spiritual energy. It has fluorescent lights, merchandise, and registers. But she's attributed supernatural emotional harm to inanimate objects and wants the store to compensate her for this harm that exists only in her perception. Number 51. A man returns a ladder because he expected it to also be a stool, despite buying a ladder explicitly labeled ladder. He wanted a multi-use item that wasn't marketed as such and somehow blames the product for not being something else entirely. Number 52. A customer demands a full refund because the store's playlist didn't match her mood. Background music now has to be mood appropriate for random customers, and its failure to predict her emotional state is grounds for financial compensation. It's almost impressive how entitlement has stretched into controlling soundtrack selection. Number 53. A woman wants to return a plant because the leaves are the wrong shade of green. Green is green. Leaves vary. Nature isn't a color matching service. But she expected every leaf to be the exact same RGB value and is upset that biology doesn't comply with her precision requirements. Number 54. A man complains that a store's return policy is unconstitutional. A store's return policy is not government action. The Constitution doesn't apply to private retail transactions. But he's so accustomed to getting what he wants that he's now inventing constitutional violations for not getting free returns. Number 55. A customer returns a backpack because it doesn't hold enough emotional weight, whatever that means. When asked to clarify, he says the backpack doesn't make him feel like an adventurer. A backpack's job is to carry things. Its failure to inspire him spiritually isn't a manufacturing defect. Number 56. A woman demands a refund because the store's chair is not aligned with her chakras. Chairs don't have chakra alignment systems. Chairs have legs, a seat, and a backrest. But she's convinced that furniture has spiritual properties and is refusing to buy it because it doesn't match her personal energy field. This is a store, not a wellness retreat. Number 57. A man returns a mirror because his reflection looks sad, compared to when he looks in mirrors at other stores. All mirrors show accurate reflections of what's in front of them. His face is the same everywhere. But somehow this particular mirror is defectively reflecting his appearance in a way that looks worse, even though it's accurate. So he's asking the store to refund him for his own face looking bad in a mirror. Number 58. A customer insists that a store should have a complaint specialist on staff who listens to customer grievances for hours without any actual purchase or service issue involved. He wants free emotional labor from a store employee because he has thoughts. When told that's not how retail works, he demanded to speak to corporate because the store doesn't care about customer satisfaction. Number 59. A woman returns a winter coat in the middle of summer, claims she never wore it, but it's clearly been worn. She wants a full refund because my life circumstances changed. Her life circumstances are not the store's responsibility. She bought the coat seasons past. She changed her mind. That's called a personal decision, not a product defect. Number 60. A man demands the store hire a personal shopper for him at no cost and have them follow him around the store grabbing items based on his non-verbal cues. When the cashier explained that's not a service they offer, he said, "Well, it should be, because I'm a valued customer." Being a customer doesn't entitle you to free personal shopping assistance and mind-reading employment. Number 60. A customer returns a product because she bought it without thinking, and now wants her money back for her own impulsiveness. She acknowledges she didn't read descriptions or consider the purchase, she just bought it. Now the store should absorb the cost of her lack of intentionality. So impulse purchases are apparently the store's financial responsibility when the impulse results in regret. Number 62. A woman complains that the store doesn't have a money back, if sad forever guarantee and demands they implement this policy. She wants the ability to return any purchase at any time for any reason, even years later, because the item didn't provide permanent happiness. She's asking a store to guarantee that products will make her happy forever, which is literally impossible because happiness isn't a product feature. Number 63. A man insists that a store should refund his entire purchase because I've realized I don't like shopping as a concept anymore. He doesn't like the act of shopping itself, not the products, Not the store, not a specific transaction. The concept of retail exchange fundamentally offends him. He bought things willingly, then decided shopping itself is wrong, and the store should compensate him for this existential realization. He's asking a store to refund him for deciding he doesn't agree with commerce. And there you have it. 63 instances of people treating retail workers like personal problem, solving genie services rather than what they actually are, underpaid humans operating a transaction system. The spectrum ranges from mildly confused about return policies, to has decided the laws of physics are negotiable, to has fundamentally rejected the concept of money. The genuinely wild part isn't that these complaints happened. It's that they all happened. Somewhere in the world, someone sold a toaster expecting it not to toast. Someone bought a winter coat and felt betrayed when it provided warmth. Someone returned a mirror because their own face disappointed them. These aren't hypothetical absurdities, they're documented entries in the ledger of retail chaos. What they reveal is a deeper truth about expectation versus reality in modern consumer culture. We've created a system where return policies are so generous, customer service is so forgiving, and entitlement is so normalized that some people have genuinely lost the ability to distinguish between inconvenience and wrongdoing. A store not having an item isn't a betrayal. Long lines aren't discrimination. The product doing its job in a way that's unflattering isn't a defect. But here's the thing, most people aren't like this. Most people understand how commerce works, appreciate that cashiers are human beings, and accept that sometimes you buy something and it doesn't work out. Most people are fine. The ones who aren't, they've created enough memorable incidents to fill an entire video about reality denial. So here's my question for you: which of these did you find most unbelievable? Was there one where you stopped and thought, this cannot possibly be real? Or did they escalate so gradually that by number 63 you were nodding along like, yes, of course someone returned a mirror because their face looked sad in it? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you've worked retail, customer service, or anywhere else where you've encountered complaints that made you question whether other people experience reality differently, I want to hear those stories too. If this video convinced you that you're at least more grounded in reality than the average person, hit like and subscribe for more affirmations that your grasp on how the world works is solid. Because apparently that's become a special talent.